Well, hello everybody. Please excuse my messy room right now. I am getting ready to film a podcast or record a podcast with my friend Alyssa. And I just wanted to create this vlog. I've decided that I want to add a couple new things to the channel, and I thought it would be really cool to give you guys an opportunity to get to know me a little bit better, and where I can just be raw and authentic with you guys and kind of let you know where I'm at in life, what I'm going through, how the astrology is really affecting me in my personal life, because I think it's nice to have that connection with an astrologer or somebody that you might watch. So here is my first vlog that I've done in a really, really long time. Okay, you guys, it's time. I'm gonna leave the link below for you guys to check out the podcast when it comes out, which I think is not gonna be for another couple months, but okay, stay tuned. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, I got butterflies in my stomach a little bit. I swear, no matter how many times you get on camera or you do an interview or anything with people, you still get nervous every single time.
Yeah, so to give you a lowdown, let me double check to see when this episode will come out.
Okay.
August 11th, so not too long.
Cool.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right, thank you, Yelena, for being here on Aura Awakening Radio. I am so excited to kind of get to know a deeper layer of you because I've known you for probably about a year now. I remember when citizens started doing their outdoor yoga classes, it was always such a pleasure to see you, and then we became connected through coaching, and it's just been such a great connection to have with you, so I'm super grateful to have you here today.
Yay, I'm really excited to be here too. Yeah, we've had a fun road so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it all unfolds more in the future too. And really where life has consistently taken me is back to astrology. But it was kind of one of those things, Alyssa, where like, I don't know, I think there was a part of me that didn't really take it very seriously because I know I loved it so much, but I thought probably in that part of my mind where, like we all do, how the heck am I going to make a profession out of this, right? Like, really, honestly, I decided that I was just going to go all in and really dedicate myself to it, because I think we dip our toe in, you know, and we dip it out, and then we dip it back in, and then we dip it out again. And that's kind of what I was doing until I would say probably a year ago is when I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do this. And if it's not meant to be, it won't be. And if it is, then maybe 20 years down the road, I'm going to say, holy crap, how did I get to this point right now? And I'm hopefully one of those astrologers that I look up to at this point in my life.
Okay, do I want to do YouTube? Do I want to do Instagram? What is my branding vibe? And all the things that are a little bit more creative when it comes to branding, which is fun, but I've definitely just seen you grow so much because you create your own stuff, right? Like your own graphics and all of it.
Yeah, it's interesting once we kind of learn what we want to do and then we get into the branding and all that kind of stuff, and we realize we might have some other talents that we didn't even know about previous to this. You know what I mean? It's just kind of crazy. I didn't even realize how much I loved doing graphic design. Okay, so that was really fun, cute. It was nice to talk to Alyssa, and I guess the podcast will be launched on August 11th. It's called the Aura Awakening Podcast. I'm going to link it below so you guys can at least just check it out. I know it's not going to be for quite a while, but if you're watching this after August 11th, then you can catch the podcast. Okay, so now what I'm going to have to do is I log in and I work for the Astrology Academy for a little bit. I've got to check emails. I've got to check the forum and see if anybody's questions need to be answered. Then I'm going to finish getting ready, and I have to take Ozzy to the vet this afternoon to get heartworm medication and a heartworm test. So we've got quite a busy day. I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. All right, you guys, so I've been working on a workbook. We're doing a series in the cosmic community, which is Heather Elan's cosmic community. We're doing a collaboration series on all of the planets. So we've already done the sun and the moon, and I am creating workbooks to help people explore their personal placements with all of these planets. So I just wanted to show you kind of what it looks like so far. I'm not completely done yet, but I absolutely love doing stuff like this, and it's been really fun to kind of create this. I just thought you might want to see that. But anyways, I am going to head into the bedroom and get ready because I have to take Ozzy to the vet to get his heartworm medication. Anyways, mine are in the 6th and 12th house. If you guys don't know anything about that, the 12th house is all about our mental health, and it's all about our subconscious blockages, like those things in our unconscious or we don't have access to, basically. And because of that, it creates behavioral issues and it blocks us from really achieving the things in life that we want to achieve. And it can just be a real pain in the ass, a real problem, right? But it's always nice to have these transits to become aware of these aspects, because it's almost as if when you have an eclipse there's for a brief moment a piece of that unconscious shadow side of you that you almost have to go into the darkness, right? Because if you think about an eclipse, it's eclipsing out the light. Whether it be the light of the moon or the light of the sun, it's eclipsing out the light. So basically, yeah, I've had some shadow stuff going on, and just to be totally transparent, because I want to be as authentic as possible, because I know we're all going through our own shit, and honestly, I'm not ashamed. So I'll share with you. I've struggled with addiction most of my life. Younger, it was drugs, and it was just because I got to a point in my life where I really didn't like myself. When I was younger, that's making me talk funny. When I was younger, I was like a really outgoing kid and was a dancer, and I did pageants and all this stuff, and I was a free spirit until I started getting made fun of in school. And I decided that I didn't want to be myself anymore because of all of that. And I really lost myself completely for many, many years. And I took a direction that was not the best. But I truly believe that everything in life is what's meant for us. And I wouldn't be the person that I am today unless I had went through all of that. But I took a very dark spin for a long time. And I totally lost myself, and I lost that spark, and I lost that light within me, because I didn't want to be in the spotlight, and I didn't want to be noticed, and I also didn't want to be made fun of for being who I was. When now I just don't care. It's like, if you don't like who I am and my light bothers you, I'm not going to make myself small anymore just to make other people comfortable. But that's been a really difficult challenge for me to actually get to this point. And needless to say, this has been something that has reoccurred multiple times in my life, and I feel like I definitely have a handle on it now, but it's still a challenge, and it'll come up in time periods when my 12th house specifically is activated. But I do feel like sobriety is something that would be really good for me completely someday, like 100% sobriety. So I guess I just like hold myself up to pretty high standards that sometimes I can't even amount to. And it's something that I'm working on within myself, and I'm trying not to beat myself up, and I'm trying to just be okay with who I am and where I'm at in this moment. And if that means that I drink, I had 2 drinks one night, I'm gonna try really hard not to beat myself up about it like I usually would. Anywho, it's been something that's kind of been a struggle for the past month or so. And I feel like it really sprung up after I did that ayahuasca ceremony, which I'm not going to get into that right now because I got to take Ozzy to this vet appointment, but I definitely want to talk to you guys about it a little bit later. I feel like it kind of unleashed some stuff because they say that the work doesn't really start until after you do the ceremonies. And I definitely see now what that means because it hasn't been easy for me. There's been a lot that's been coming up, which I'm grateful for. We're just going to leave it at that. Okay, it's just chaotic here. I still haven't cleaned up my room today. The lawn guy's here, and as you can hear, Ozzy is just freaking out in the background because of the lawn guy outside. So we're gonna get the heck out of here. All right, so I'm really hoping that we can just go in peace and that the lawn guy will leave so that Ozzy doesn't have a meltdown. And sweet. All right, let's do this. You ready, Bubba? Time to go to the vet. Okay, it is so hot. So hot here today, but we are in the car. Okay, all right. He does not like the lawnmower at all. He does not like him. You just totally missed the meltdown that just occurred. You don't like him, do you? No, I know, baby. It's so hot. Here, let's roll down the window for you. It'll be cool soon, babe. So we are in the car en route to the vet. And I gotta figure out where it is because it's a brand new location. And I just don't like that they're still requiring me to stay in the car. They won't let me go in with him, which I don't like that at all. But what are you gonna do? So pretty much all my days I spend doing YouTube stuff, doing stuff for Instagram because I create all my own little graphics and everything. So content creation for that. Trying to create new content for YouTube, just like this. Working for the Academy. Soon to be assisting with her cosmic community, which is awesome. It is a community of all like-minded individuals who absolutely love astrology and just want to learn more. So Heather's collaborating with other astrologers, numerologists, and all kinds of different people in this field. She's always releasing new content into the community. So I really enjoy it. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link below to the cosmic community if you think that that's something that you'd be interested in too. There's a forum you can chat on. The entire community is being redone right now, and it'll be done in August, but you can get put on a waiting list. So check the link below in the description box. Then on the weekends, I had to go back for a couple days to my bartending job. Pretty busy right now. I don't really have a whole lot of time to do anything outside of this. But I just figure if I keep plugging away at everything, plugging away at building my business, that someday I'll be able to really truly enjoy myself, go on vacations, travel. So I'm just gonna keep putting in the time. I'm sad. I don't like him to go in without me. I'm just like a sad mom right now. I know he'll be fine. I just told him, I'm like, just go in there. It's gonna be easy, you know? You gotta get your blood drawn. You won't even know what they're doing. You know, my little pep talks to him. He doesn't probably even know what the heck I'm talking about. Or maybe he does. Maybe he does. Yay, little man is in the car. He is out of breath. We gotta get our butts home to get him some water. And I just wanted you guys to know that he is all good. All good in the hood. He's all healthy. Hey. I'm watching a lecture from Heather's Cosmic Academy because I like to keep up on them. I have to teach study group sessions or lead study group sessions on the materials that have been covered for that specific month. And my study group sessions are next week. And with my schedule getting busier and like me, I am in my own astrology program. I'm learning ancient Hellenistic astrology and I'm starting year 2, overlapping my year 1 program next week. And I also went back to work at the bar and I am doing all of this work during the week as well as keeping up with this YouTube channel. So I cannot fall behind on this or else I won't know what I'm teaching other people. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm just having a little snack. I got some cherries and some pineapple.
Energy of Pisces, right? So maybe to enjoy and indulge and have.
Well, hi, little baby. What are you doing down there? Hey. He's so cute. Hi, everybody. So I'm not going to even lie to you. I have not recorded any of this in over a week because this Mercury retrograde completely kicked my you know what. So basically today I have another podcast to film. So I'm really excited. So right now I'm just gonna get some energy. It's really been helping me. I started like consistently doing yoga again last week, which has been something that I've been wanting to start back on because it really just makes me so happy. So I don't know, that's been really helping me, as well as Heather, my boss and one of my astrology mentors. She was talking about these, if you guys can see that. So these are Bach herbal flower essences. Aspen and walnut are the two that she had suggested. And they're really, really helpful they're like tinctures with flower essences in them. And they're very helpful for nervous energy, nervous tension. Specifically, this one is for helping you to adapt to changing circumstances, fluctuations in life. And this one is to help you feel more safe and secure, just like very grounding, but they've been really helpful. You basically just take out this little dropper and put 2 drops on your tongue. It tastes like pure, like brandy or something like that because it's suspended in an alcohol solution. Another thing I've been trying to do is just drink a lot of juice. Today I went and got fresh wheatgrass shots, which I used to actually make my own wheatgrass shots, but it was kind of a pain to grow. I actually grew my own wheatgrass and everything. So right now I'm just trying to find ways to minimize the amount of things I have to do in my damn schedule. So I just went and bought 2 wheatgrass shots. So I'll do 1 today and 1 tomorrow. But that really helps with immunity. It really helps to just make you alive. I mean, pure wheatgrass is absolutely amazing. I would suggest doing some research on it if you haven't already. Chlorophyll is an amazing natural deodorizer in the body. And it's responsible for like photosynthesis in plants, but for humans, it actually provides a lot of natural energy. And I do notice that I'm very energized when I take it. It does detoxify pretty heavily. It's a natural detoxifier of heavy metals in the body and everything too. Ooh, look at this, you guys. Some pure green goodness right there. Yay. All right, bottoms up. All right, here I go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. So I'm really excited to chat to a beautiful soul over in America. I connected to this beautiful lady a couple of months ago and I actually had a reading from her, an astrology reading from her. So, I'm so thankful for Saturn, even though you are a little bit of a bitch.
Oh yeah, I agree. He's definitely a bitch and I am not gonna downplay that at all because I was so miserable during my Saturn return. But honestly, I'll tell you one thing. I don't think anything would have shaken me out of the life I was living unless it was Saturn. Like I needed him to come in and kind of intervene at that point in my life. So
yeah, so it's like a blessing in disguise, isn't it? He comes in and shakes your life, and then you end up coming out in the better end. So
yes,
you're so knowledgeable, and I hope the listeners really took a lot away from that, and definitely get booked in with Yelena because it's just so amazing having a reading done because it just helps you to see a lot of things that you didn't realize. So
what a great podcast that was, and big shout out to Pippa, the ego coach in the UK, and I will put a link in the description box below whenever I figure out when this podcast is going to air. I now am going to do some work for the academy. Then my next session is going to be at 6 tonight, which is in about 3 hours, so I also need to get some dinner in too before my 7 p.m. yoga class tonight. So I'm pretty busy the rest of the day. You're just kind of seeing the busy week that I have trying to do all the things I have to do. And for anybody that might be interested in working for themselves or being an astrologer or something, you see that there's just a lot of things that need to be balanced, because actually starting a business like this and starting to get into this work, the money just doesn't like come all at once, and you're not just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this full time. I do believe that for most people anyways, it's something that has to be progressively built. And that's what I've been working on for a couple of years now. So it'll be like a huge reward once it actually happens. So it's a lot, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, like being a creator and doing this work, it's no joke. I don't really have too much of a life outside of here. So I'm just gonna give you guys the realistic, what it really looks like. I think once I start really doing this, I'll hire a coach to help me with work-life balance. But for now, my work-life balance isn't very good. All right, so I'm gonna get some work done. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. All right, you guys, so I'm about to do some yoga. So I just finished a coaching session with my client, and I worked on this vlog a little bit. And now I'm gonna do some yoga at home. I have an opportunity to do yoga either in studio, sometimes they have outdoor classes, and I can also do it at home. So if I'm busy on a day like this and I just don't have time to get to the studio, it's really nice that I can just turn this on, and this class today is actually being broadcast from the studio, which is cool. They've got like cameras set up in there, and it's really nice because I feel like I'm actually with the people in the studio. So it's continued from yesterday. Oh my gosh, you guys. It was the day before Mercury stationed to move direct, and sometimes that can be like the last hurrah of intensity, right? I was doing that yoga class that you guys saw, and I'm like, sorry, I'm just gonna change the light bulb in this salt lamp really quick. Doing that yoga class, right? Halfway through, I'm like, what is that smell? It smelled horrible, and I'm clean, okay? My house smells really nice. I am a clean freak. It always smells nice. And I'm like, is that me? Like, what the hell? Why? If that stench is coming from me, there's something seriously wrong with me. This is not good. So I'm like, okay, it's not coming from me. So I have like a spare bathroom back there. Let me see if this is working first. I have a spare bathroom back there. We have a light. And I opened the door and it was coming from the bathroom. So we had some torrential I live in the city, right? And we had some torrential downpours, like just big time rain the past couple days. And it backed up the damn sewer into my spare bathroom toilet. Luckily, it's my spare bathroom that I don't really use that often because it's small, cramped, and it always has a lot of spiders that get in there for some reason. So anyways, I had to stop the yoga class early, and that was what ended up happening. So that was fun. It's really fun, always. Love that. I felt different this morning when I woke up, and here, let me pick him up. I felt different when I woke up this morning. Mercury is stationing today, and I swear to you guys, I felt lighter, and it's been so nice. I told my dad earlier, I'm like, I feel like myself and I haven't felt like myself in weeks. And it's really nice to just feel joyful and like my happy-go-lucky, goofy self that's like singing crazy songs to my dog all day. So it's been really, really nice. Like, we all have our own problems, right? So me talking about this like overindulgence that I've had my whole life, this big struggle in my mind of like battling myself and the need to indulge in these things, which I don't even like in the first place because I like to feel good and I don't like to feel intoxicated, right? So it's just crazy. It's like, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Go ahead. And, but anyways, we all have our own struggles, right? And my struggles might not make complete sense to you guys, but don't bark. Oh, hey, Ozzy, come on, come back here, good boy. Sorry, there's always dogs going by and he gets all huffy and puffy. So no, it's okay. Hey, okay, good boy. Okay, so anyways, coast is clear. Anyways, it's challenging. You know, we don't necessarily understand each other's, we don't necessarily understand each other's problems and battles and inner struggles that we're all going through, but at least we can have respect that everybody is going through certain things, and astrology can really help us to understand that. Now, this ayahuasca experience that I just had, it was wild. I had the first really crazy visual experience where it was a kind of a third eye activation, I consider it that, where I was able to see into the middle of the room and everything that was going on, like the dancing part of the ceremony that the facilitators were doing, I could see with my eyes closed. So that was really crazy. I had what's called like a psychic surgery, I've heard it called. And one of the facilitators said that he's actually had many of them and that it's really common. So yeah, I don't know exactly still to this day why I was having this surgery, but I do remember feeling like I was being kind of put under, almost like sedated but conscious, if that makes any sense. I felt surrounded by a presence and I couldn't see what it was, but I actually felt probing in my organs, which is bizarre. So obviously I came home and obsessively did research on this celestial surgery, and I guess it's very common. And it's said that there's a lot of beings that will help to remove like energetic blockages, help you with certain conditions and physical ailments. And I did set the intention of helping me with my spine issues because I do have like mild scoliosis, but I do feel twisted up a lot. It affects my shoulders, it affects my mid-back, it affects my hips a lot. And it's triggered very easily and it's really painful. So I set the intention when I went into that ceremony to help me with my spinal issues, and I haven't had any issues with it since. But one thing I did notice is that right after the ayahuasca experience, I was put right into the dark night of the soul, like a little mini dark night of the soul. And if you don't know what that is, it's a pretty common phenomenon in a spiritual awakening process. It can happen multiple times. I've actually had a couple already, but they lessen in severity, right, as we move further onto our path. But it's kind of like just this void of nothingness or sadness or identity loss or identity confusion, or where we get tossed back into old behaviors or our shadow and we're kind of left to have to deal with it, right? And that's what definitely happened to me the past couple weeks. And I was able to kind of identify what this dark night of the soul was trying to teach me early on, which is not to run from my shadow or try to suppress it and avoid it, and to just face it and honor it and try to integrate it into who I am and love it and accept it, right? Because it's a part of who I am. And we all need to understand this, even though we're dealing with different concerns. So it just helps to hear other people's journey. And I won't go into depth with it too much more, but I just wanted you guys to know, what I'm going through. And I honor you and everything that you're going through. And if you want to share any of that with me, feel free to do so in the comments below. But lastly, before we wrap this up, I just wanted to say, you guys, I'm trying to try some new things on this channel, and I want you guys to be able to get to know me better, but I really want to know your honest feedback. Do you want just astrology, or do you like these kinds of vlog videos where you can get to know me a little bit better and I take you along my adventures and whatever I do in the future? I would love to get your feedback on that, as well as any other suggestions for content, what you guys want to learn about astrology, numerology. Please leave that in the comments below. Also, please support this channel. I make this content and I spend a lot of time on this, all for you guys. So if all that I ask is if you could please, if you benefited in any way or liked this video and like the content, please tap the like button. Make sure to hit subscribe and leave comments below, because this helps YouTube to know that you like this kind of content, but it also helps YouTube to know that this is good content and they should push it out to other viewers. So I would be forever grateful for that. But again, thank you guys, and I'm looking forward to receiving your feedback. I hope you liked this little vlog, a peek into my life, and I love you. Thank you so much for continuously showing up, and I promise to keep showing up for you. Peace. Namaste.